Hey guys, welcome back to X Plays Half-Life 2. In this video, we're going to be going into Ravenholm. Ravenholm is a very scary place. It uses a lot of good imagery to play on your psyche. There's a lot of what's around the next corner kind of thing, or what is that, or is this safe, or what do I do now situations in Ravenholm. At least through the first small part that I've played through anyway, there's a lot of that. And I get the general feeling of what they were trying to accomplish with Ravenholm. Now the thing is, I don't feel that Ravenholm is anywhere near the same if you watch it in a video. When I went through and rewatched my footage, and I always try to rewatch footage in the eyes of what I think a viewer will be seeing and thinking and feeling. But when I went through and I rewatched my footage, it wasn't anywhere near the same as if you actually experience Ravenholm yourself. Watching it and experiencing it are two different things. So I'm going to do something a little bit different with this Half-Life 2 commentary than I've done in previous videos. Previously, what I've been trying to do with my commentary is to narrate the game as I see it. What I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, situations that Gordon has put in, I'm commenting on those. See, it's not commentary. In World of Warcraft, it's commentary. I make informative videos. I make commentary on gameplay and on tanking and on the different roles of a group and all kinds of things like that. That's commentary. Commentary is also what I do with my SMBC videos, Super Mario Bros. Crossover. I'm just playing, I'm just commenting, and I'm generally just talking about whatever I want to talk about. In my SMBC videos, there's no real definite topic in those. Those are very lax videos. I like doing those. Those are a lot of fun. But what I've been trying to do with my Half-Life 2 videos is I've been trying to express the story of the game as it was meant to be told. I try to be perfectly silent during the dialogue portion so that I never talk over anything that someone is saying, so that you get the full impact of the game, because the dialogue is a very important part of it. But what I'm going to do here with Ravenholm is a little bit different. If you notice, I'm talking a lot more than I usually do in my Half-Life 2 videos. And that's because I don't feel I could possibly convey the feeling of the game through my narration here as you would experience if you actually played the game. So, what I want to talk about here is how much I feel Ravenholm is a very, very well-designed and artistic piece of the game. If you'll notice through Ravenholm, well, number one, this is the first place that actually, like, really draws the player in. Like, now suddenly you're alone. You were just in, like, this high-tech, well, not really high-tech, but you were just around a bunch of technology. You've been using guns, you've been fighting people, you've been fighting machines. There's a bunch of things. I mean, the game quickly changes. Like, it turns on a dime here. While you were just in, like, a very sci-fi environment, now you're suddenly in a zombie game. And it's like, but you still know that the greater whole is, like, outside of Ravenholm. Somewhere else outside, Alex is still running around. Somewhere else outside, teleportation technology is still being worked on. Somewhere outside, there are still the Combine is still launching missiles at people and things like that. And this has all been caused by the Combine. So it's a very unique experience. You can see the zombies wandering through, and these have all been caused by these head crabs. And if you'll tune back a few seconds, you'll see that I actually take a moment to look at one of those missile pods that drops the head crabs in, and it just goes to show that's the only link right now to the outside, to the rest of the story of the game. The only link is saying, look, the Combine dropped these things here in Ravenholm, and this is the result. This is why no one's here anymore. You're alone, it's dangerous. And that is really, really good design to me. Now, as far as the gameplay is concerned, there are a number of things that come later that I will comment on about how the gameplay design is actually really good here too. There's a lot of really explosive things in this room. The gravity gun is also a really fun addition to the game. I don't think I make enough use of it in Ravenholm as I should have. I end up losing my saw blade later to a missed shot or something. I don't know. So if there's another one of those pods.
For it was said they had become like these peculiar demons which dwell in matter, but in whom no light may be found.
See, with that voice, someone's voice, I mean, it's clearly a coherent person. And he's talking about these creatures in whom no light can be found. Now something new has happened with just that little addition. Nice shot. I love that shot. I put that in my preview video. It was so cool. And this little guy, that one right there, that little guy, I think he's dead. I don't see him anymore, but he ends up kicking my ass in a second. Anyway, for a head crab, he does a lot of damage. Anyway, that voice that we just heard, talking about how these creatures with where no light can be found, stuff like that, now suddenly you're not alone. Now you have something to look forward to. Now you have to find this other person. There's someone else alive here, but you don't know where he is.
For the days of my life vanish like smoke, and my bones are parched like ash. And let all my impurities be as fuel for that fire until nothing remains but the light alone.
See, and you still can't see him. Now, another thing about the gameplay in this in Ravenholm, your auxiliary power is a resource, and I've been using it very liberally before. But because your sprint and your flashlight both take up auxiliary power, in Ravenholm things are very dark, and in Ravenholm you want to get through it quickly. You want to be able to run, you want to be able to react quickly. So you want to sprint and you want to use your flashlight pretty much at all times. See, I missed here, and I don't know where my saw blade goes after that. So now I'm using my guns. Anyway, your auxiliary power, you have to choose between using your flashlight or your sprint, both of which make you feel safe.
Just before the wind, may the angel of the Lord pursue them.
There's that voice again. And I got lucky with this furniture toss. See, again, it hits the geometry or something and I don't take any damage. But, like I was saying, your sprint makes you feel safe because being able to run away from zombies, I mean, if you think about it in real life, if you don't have a weapon or you're low on resources or something, you're going to want to run away from a zombie. So sprint is a natural reaction to zombies. And when you're in the dark and you have a flashlight, your natural reaction is to turn on your flashlight. So both of which make you feel safe to some degree. So your auxiliary power is a valuable resource, and I find myself often having to choose between sprinting or having a longer lasting flashlight, because sprinting will drain your flashlight's power quickly and you'll have to wait a while, and having to wait in the dark for your flashlight to recharge is a very scary experience. It's very creepy.
What? Who is this? Another life to save? I'll keep my eye on you. More than that, I cannot promise.
So this dude with a shotgun, there was a lot of imagery there, if you'll notice. Like, this is really good design, both gameplay-wise and visually. If you'll tick back for a couple of seconds and look at how that guy appears, he appears above the fire, and that can kind of sort of be seen as a metaphor for some religious things. So he appears above the fire, and he's looking down upon you, and he says he's going to watch over you. Also, he's holding a weapon of retribution, a shotgun, or a rifle, I think it's a shotgun. And he's, and in the room behind him, there's this light, and you can even see it right now in the video whenever I look up, right, you know, not right here, just a second ago I looked up a little bit, and, oh my god, I'm wasting these freaking magnum bullets on this guy. Those are valuable to me. But yeah, anyway, he comes out and there's this light behind him. So there's a lot of imagery there. He is obviously someone good. He's obviously someone who's going to help you. But you don't know where or when he's going to assist you. So for the most part, you're still on your own, but it's giving you a glimmer of hope. That is really good design. That's part of what makes Ravenholm. There are so many emotions that just go through you while you're playing through this part. And here, see that red switch that I'm pressing? It's causing sparks to appear in that cage. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, so I just kill him. And then it dawns on me right afterwards, like, oh look, there's a valve. Now, as far as, what was I trying to say? Yeah, as far as gameplay goes, notice how everything that you can interact with now is red. That switch right there is a really bright red color. That valve is a red color as well. And they're brighter colors than the rest of the things around you. They're brighter than blood. Most of the things are really dull colored around here because that's what the environment is supposed to look like. But to catch your attention, they make them bright red so that you can actually see them. That's good gameplay design right there. Because there's nothing that actually points to these switches and valves and says, press these. This is how you solve this puzzle. You know, in previous parts of the game, oops.